The Social Security Administration has just implemented a change that could put more money in your pocket every single month. And this is not a temporary adjustment or a political promise that may disappear next year. This is a structural and permanent update to benefits that is starting to affect bank accounts right now. If you've noticed grocery bills rising, prescription costs climbing, or utility expenses eating up more of your monthly budget, what I'm about to share could bring the relief you've been waiting for. For many people, Social Security news can feel like a constant stream of minor updates, clickbait, or recycled information about last year's cost of living adjustment. But what's happening now is fundamentally different. The SSA has made structural changes to how benefits are calculated. These updates are separate from the usual annual COLA adjustments, which means you're looking at additional money on top of your current benefits. I'm going to walk you through exactly who qualifies, how much extra you can expect, and when you'll see it reflected in your account. First, it's important to understand the context. The Social Security system has been under more scrutiny over the past 2 years than it has been in decades, and for good reason. Millions of seniors across the country have struggled to make ends meet with benefits that haven't kept pace with real costs. Yes, we still get the annual COLA increase, but for most people, the reality is that Social Security checks don't stretch as far as they used to. The government may report that inflation is under control, but standing in line at the grocery store or pharmacy paints a much different picture. The changes happening now are the result of years of advocacy, lawsuits, and pressure from organizations focused on protecting seniors' financial well-being. The SSA has acknowledged that its method for calculating benefits required a serious update. This isn't about adding a few extra dollars here and there. It's a comprehensive correction designed to address decades of underpayment that many recipients experienced without realizing it. What makes this particularly significant is that these changes do not depend on Congress passing new legislation or the president signing a bill. The SSA is exercising its existing authority to make adjustments, which means this is happening immediately rather than waiting for political processes to take place. One of the most important changes is to the earnings indexing formula. This is the calculation used to determine your primary insurance amount, or the base figure from which your monthly benefit is derived. Put simply, over your working years, Social Security was supposed to adjust your earnings to reflect wage growth over time. However, the old formula relied on outdated baseline years that did not accurately reflect real wage increases in the American economy. As a result, your lifetime earnings were often undervalued, producing a lower benefit than you were truly entitled to. The revised formula now uses updated baseline years and more accurate wage growth data. This automatically increases the calculated benefit for millions of current recipients. The result is that more money will start appearing in your monthly payments without any action required on your part. Another key area of improvement involves delayed retirement credits. If you chose to delay collecting Social Security past your full retirement age, you were supposed to earn credits that boost your monthly benefit. While the system applied these credits correctly in many cases, there were specific scenarios, particularly for individuals with mixed work histories or periods of self-employment, where the calculations were off. Those errors have now been corrected. For those affected, this could mean retroactive payments covering months or even years of underpayment, along with higher monthly benefits going forward. There have also been meaningful changes for people receiving benefits based on a spouse's work record or as a surviving spouse. In the past, some benefit calculations imposed what could only be described as marriage penalties, reducing benefits in ways that did not make sense given what each spouse contributed to Social Security over their lifetimes. The SSA has now adopted equitable spousal benefit calculations, removing these penalties and ensuring couples receive the full value of both spouses' contributions. For example, imagine one spouse worked for 30 years and earned a moderate income, while the other worked for 40 years and earned significantly more. Under the old system, spousal benefit calculations could reduce the lower earning spouse's benefit, effectively penalizing them for having worked at all. The new calculation method recognizes both work histories independently and applies the spousal formula fairly, ensuring no one is unfairly reduced. For many affected couples, this translates into an average increase of $120 to $180 per month. Adjustments have also been made for those who receive Social Security alongside other types of income, especially government pensions. Individuals who worked for state or local agencies that did not participate in Social Security and also paid Social Security taxes elsewhere may have been affected by the windfall elimination provision, a controversial rule that reduces benefits for people receiving pensions from non-covered employment. While the provision itself remains, the SSA has refined its application and introduced an appeals process for those who believe they were improperly subjected to reductions. Those who qualify may see a substantial increase in monthly benefits, as well as retroactive payments for prior underpayments. The government pension offset, which impacts spousal and survivor benefits for recipients of government pensions, has also been revised. The SSA now allows exceptions for individuals with smaller pensions or those who can demonstrate that the offset unfairly reduces their retirement security. These updates are particularly significant for retired teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public servants who were previously disadvantaged by these rules. Beyond these targeted updates, the SSA has raised the substantial earnings threshold used in several calculations to determine eligibility for certain benefit enhancements. By increasing the threshold, more years of your working history count as substantial earnings, which raises your average indexed monthly earnings and, in turn, your benefit amount. For most recipients, this change adds $40 to $90 per month, while it may not seem transformative at first glance. When multiplied across 12 months and applied for the rest of your life, it can amount to thousands of additional dollars in retirement income. There have also been improvements in how earnings from the years immediately preceding retirement are factored in. The old system sometimes created anomalies where working longer or earning more income late in your career didn't increase your benefit due to averaging formulas. The updated calculation ensures that additional earnings have the potential to increase your monthly benefit, removing any disincentive to continue working into your 60s. This is especially important today as many people are choosing or needing to work longer to supplement retirement savings or maintain financial stability. The SSA has also revamped the process for benefit applications and recalculations. Previously, errors in benefit calculations could go unnoticed for months or years, and correcting them often required complicated appeals. Now, automatic recalculation triggers review benefits periodically and flag potential errors. If an underpayment is detected, the adjustment is made automatically, and any retroactive payments are issued promptly. This demonstrates a shift in approach. Beneficiaries no longer need to fight through red tape to receive the benefits they earned. These changes reflect a broader philosophical shift within the Social Security Administration. Historically, the system often operated under the assumption that beneficiaries might try to exploit it, leading to policies designed primarily to prevent overpayments. The new approach acknowledges that the majority of individuals paid into Social Security their entire working lives and are entitled to receive every dollar they earned. The focus has shifted to ensuring accuracy, transparency, and fairness in all calculations. This transformation extends beyond benefit increases, including improved customer service, better online management tools, and a clearer understanding of how benefits are determined. For most recipients, these adjustments are applied automatically. The SSA has been systematically recalculating benefits and issuing payments using the new formulas. If you qualify for an increase, you should see it reflected in your payment within 60 to 90 days. Adjusted payments will appear on your regular payment date, accompanied by a notice explaining the changes and providing updated calculations. Retroactive payments due to past underpayments are typically issued separately, usually within 30 days of the first adjusted payment. Some individuals, particularly those affected by the windfall elimination provision or government pension offset, may need to submit a recalculation request to ensure their case is reviewed under the new guidelines. Filing a request is straightforward and can be done online through a personal Social Security account, by phone, or by visiting a local office. It's important not to assume that a lack of automatic adjustment means you're ineligible. The system is robust but not infallible, and a request ensures your benefits are fully reviewed and corrected if necessary. Taken together, these updates represent one of the most significant reforms to Social Security calculations in decades. They address long-standing structural issues that affected millions of beneficiaries, from wage indexing and delayed retirement credits to spousal benefits, government pensions, and substantial earnings thresholds. For many retirees, this translates into meaningful increases in monthly income, retroactive payments for previous underpayments, and a more reliable, transparent system moving forward. In practical terms, what does this mean for someone already receiving benefits? Depending on individual circumstances, monthly payments could rise by a few dozen dollars to several $100s, along with retroactive payments that could cover months or even years of underpayment. Over time, these increases can substantially enhance retirement security, providing greater flexibility to cover everyday expenses like groceries, medical bills, and utilities. For those planning to apply for benefits soon, these changes make it even more crucial to understand how your earnings history, spouse's work record, and any government pensions interact with Social Security calculations. Being aware of the revised formulas and thresholds ensures you are fully prepared to receive the maximum benefits you are entitled to. Ultimately, the message is clear. Social Security is no longer a static system that passively pays out benefits based on decades-old formulas. The administration is actively addressing inaccuracies, correcting underpayments, and improving the structure of the program to better reflect the contributions of millions of Americans over their lifetimes. This shift is not only about increasing monthly payments, but also about restoring fairness and transparency to the system that supports retirees, spouses, and survivors across the country. Whether you are already receiving benefits, planning to apply soon, or assisting a family member, it's worth reviewing your Social Security situation carefully. These updates may provide immediate financial relief, create eligibility for retroactive payments, and ensure that future benefits are calculated accurately. The changes represent a new era in Social Security administration, one that prioritizes fairness, efficiency, and recognition of the lifetime contributions of American workers.